Live at Daywind with, without a doubt, one of the most influential voices to sing gospel music in my generation, and that's Michael English. Now,
And you would know that.
I would know, assuming that...
You are too.
Oh, heavens no.
Yeah.
I just followed you. But let's assume that people that are watching this don't know beans about Michael English. Where would you start?
I'm a sinner saved by grace.
Yeah.
I love singing gospel music. I love doing what I do. I'm a fortunate man to be able to make a living at doing something I enjoy, because of how many millions of people have to get up and do things that they don't want to do.
Right.
I'm not perfect, but I'm forgiven. I always say, when I don't have time to tell my testimony in concerts, is way to sum it up is, I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but I can see.
Right. And you know the Lord has allowed you to do this for a long time.
Through many different ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I shouldn't be allowed to do what I'm doing now. I'm fortunate and blessed that God has allowed me to, and the people have accepted me back. And that's the great thing about God and good Christian folk, is His forgiveness, and the forgiveness of His people.
Absolutely.
And to move forward and give people second chances, because we serve a God of second chances.
No doubt about it. Let's go way back, because the first time I heard you sing, actually, the first time I ever heard you was on a Happy Goodman Family album. And then I
1982.
went back. Yeah, I went back and heard some earlier recordings, but I was first introduced to you on a Goodman Family album. It was Rusty, Sam, Tanya, and yourself.
Myself, yeah.
And so how long were you there?
I was there from February 1982 to February 1983. That's the only dates I remember.
Wow.
Of anything. I kind of remember going with the Gaithers in 85, I think. But the Goodmans, yeah. I mean, they were the Goodmans.
Right.
And I just remember that so much, because it was such a special time for me, you know. I mean, I grew up listening to the Goodmans. Jubilee, yeah. Jubilee. When I'd hear that on Sunday mornings, it'd wake me up from my bed. Prepared me for church, you know. And if the Goodmans weren't on it, I'd be upset. and I loved all of the music,
yeah.
Now, but it was just something special about Vestal and that sound, man. And
then from there, you sang with Danny Funderburk and the Singing Americans.
Yeah.
And that was a big time.
Oh, yeah.
For them.
I mean, you know, we recorded, a lot of people don't realize, we recorded about on my knees first with the Goodmans.
Right.
Rusty brought it to the table, hated it. Larry Goss was in on, he and I went outside during a break. Larry said, "What do you think of your song?" I said, "I don't like it." He goes, "I don't either." So he prepared me to go in and tell Rusty, you know, I don't want to do this song. So I go back in and Rusty goes, "What do you think of the song?" I said, "I love it." Because I'm not going to tell Rusty Goodman no.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't. I ended up recording it, loving the song, but you know, the group disbanded. And when I got with the Singing Americans, a couple of years later, a year later, Ed Hill just said, "You know, I know Kirk Talley's singing it now, but you did it first. Why don't we record it on this live record?" And that's kind of what happened, and that's kind of where it took off.
And that became your signature song,
yeah.
Live and Alive.
Live and Alive, yeah.
And then you went from, you've sang it ever since, even with the Brooklyn Tabernacle.
You know what, Gerald, I have recorded it 7 times, I think now, or 8. I recorded it with the Goodmans, I recorded it with the Singing Americans, I recorded it with the Gaithers, I recorded it on a specialty project for my first record, a new recording. I recorded it with Brooklyn Tab, I recorded it for my gospel CD, and I'm getting ready to put it on another thing for something that's getting ready to happen.
So think about how blessed you are, since most singers who do what we do go through their entire lives and never have not one
Right.
signature song.
Right.
And how many you've been even that one and then Mary, did you know? You've had
Christ alone, yeah.
Christ
I mean,
alone, just
you know,
multiple.
and you've had the same thing. There's how many people in this business? You know, it's like being a pro golfer and doing well, but never winning any of the 4 majors.
Right.
You know, once you get that major, you are in a different league or place or whatever, you know, and to have that, it's hard to find a great song.
It really is.
And one that fits you, you know. And so I've just been blessed.
Yeah.
So blessed.
And I'm blessed to get to spend this time with you.
Me too. Don't
Great.
see enough.
No, I know we don't. And it's great to have you here. Hey, let's hear some great music from Michael English. You are going to love this.